early were we up this morning, darling?
We were up at 4 o'clock this morning, and Laura shook me awake and said, "Honey, we're sinking." Right there.
Hey, Chuck, what you doing?
Looking for a hole in the boat.
We put back in the water at about 6 o'clock. What day was that?
Yesterday. Monday.
Monday.
It is now 5:20 a.m. on Tuesday. Well, I see the water dripping. Well, let's see where it's coming in.
Okay, so we're trying to track down where the leak is coming from. You can see it dripping.
Well, there it is. The bilge. And what we can see of the leak that's coming in. Near as I can figure at this point, it's coming from the set screw on the engine cooling intake, the seawater intake for the engine cooling system. The outside of the through hull is an integral clamshell strainer and through hull, and the strainer has 4 set screws that screw into the hull to hold it in place, presumably while you crank down on the nut on the inside. So Captain Chuck put plenty of sealant on the outside of the through hull and on the inside of the through hull around the large hole, but he neglected to properly goop up the set screw holes, and it appears that at least one of the set screw holes goes all the way through the hull. We were not aware of this. So we have 2 possible solutions. Back to the travel lift, out of the water, and remove the through hull and fix it that way, or plan B, which is rapidly becoming plan A, is to have our friend the diver dive on the boat and see if he can fix the leak from outside. Well, here it is, 13:30, 1:30 in the afternoon on, what day is it? May 7th. And after a early morning wake-up call with our carpets floating in the main salon and pumping every hour and frantically trying to find the leak, we discovered the leak. It was leaking from the engine intake fitting, the through hull with the clamshell. And this is the one that I took off in the yard the other day. And this one has 2 holes for set screws, and then the through hole portion goes up through the hull and the nut secures it on the inside. The one that I put in had plenty of sealant around the main part of the fitting, and it wasn't leaking there. So when we looked at the fitting up as it came up through the hull, it was perfectly dry. Yet there was water coming in through the cockpit sole, or under the cockpit sole, running down on the inside of the hull into the bilge. We determined that what was going on is that one of these 2 little set screws here had punctured the skin of the hull and was letting the water from outside the boat get inside the boat. This is generally considered a bad thing. As Laura was describing the problem to her friends at West Marine as she went to work there this morning, one of them suggested that we contact a diver. So we did. We contacted Les Vasconcelos, has been diving on our bottom for several years now, wiping the algae off once every couple of months and replacing our zinc and just inspecting the bottom as needed. I discussed it with him, told him what was going on. He said he would be over as soon as he could. He felt he could repair the leak in a very short period of time and for very little money. Well, I intended to film him doing it, but he rapped on the hull, said, "Hi, I'm here." Which side is it on? I told him, starboard side. He grabbed a screwdriver, jumped in the water, Came back up, said, "Oh yeah, I found it. Here it is. I got the screw. The bubbles are coming right out of that hole." Jumped out of the water, mixed up some two-part epoxy, jumped back in the water, and about the amount of time it's taken me to tell you all this, he finished. Came back out. "Did that do the trick?" he asked. I said, "No, not quite." He jumped back in the water. The leak stopped. He came back out. Altogether, it didn't take more than 15 or 20 minutes. And the leak has stopped. The repair is semi-permanent. He's going to come back in a week or so and do a more thorough job. But this emergency repair, he charged me $20, which I thought was extremely fair, because otherwise I would have had to take it back over to the boat yard, and they would have charged me $280 just to lift the boat out of the water and take a look at it. So, all things considered, I guess we did pretty well. It's okay. Well, we got it all handled now. We got the boat cleaned up and recovered. The leak is fixed. And yes, we have a lot more things to do. Vents to install. I got all kinds of goodies to install. I still have to put the water maker in. I still have to put the tiller pilot in. Install the tiller pilot. I have to replace the vents on the stern of the boat. Oh yeah, I got to re-rig the new halyards. New halyards. And that's about it. I think that's about enough. Oh, the solar panels. A few days later, Laura, training for another triathlon, participated in this 5K fun run with our friend Donna.
Are we supposed to say something intelligent now? Not yet.
Not yet. Well, there's not much intelligent to say about an event called the Banana Man.
I just want to catch a banana this year.
You want to catch a banana?
I want to catch a banana.
Get your free Jamba Juice for a year.
Free Jamba for a year.
Okay, start over. What's about the Banana Man?
Feels good.
What about the Banana Man?
So they have these bananas.
They have the bananas, and I think they're plants.
So we did say something intelligent after all.
We can.
It's the Banana Man. Is that what it is? The Banana Man. And the idea is that they got these guys in banana suits, and they lead off, and everybody else chases them. And here come the bananas. So the deal is, if you pass a banana, you get extra special Jamba Juice goodies. Here we are standing on Magic Island in Ala Beach Park. Just panning around so you get the full effect of the location. I had to delete the soundtrack here because Born Free coming over the event loudspeakers dominated everything, and that could get us into copyright trouble with YouTube. There's the finish line with Diamond Head in the background. can see the masts from the sailboats in the Alawai Marina just across the channel there. Coming up, more boat work and preparation for our departure in just 2 weeks.